the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
Regard. Alex, what was your biggest letdown against Oklahoma for the Vols?
I think you have to say Joey Aguilar, because that's, in my opinion, the reason they lost the game. I mean, not that the strip sack was his fault, but, that was obviously really a transition point in that game and one of the teetering points. And obviously the interceptions that more acted as arm punts, how uncompetitive they were. But no, I think, he still didn't have his worst game in terms of passing yards and getting his receivers involved, but just the decision making was not there. And I think we saw the Joey Aguilar against the best defense in the SEC. And he hasn't seen a defense like that this year. So I think just that and the mixed with the offensive line, I think that would be my big point is, kind of that whole unit was not maybe you could have expected a little bit more. I just think his decision making, we knew he was a gunslinger because he, especially coming off that game in Kentucky, he threw, I feel like, some similar passes. I mean, they were on target, but he's had that mentality. I'm just going to throw it up and hope my guys come down with it, which has been working. But when those guys, when you got pressure in your face and that's what you do, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like that was Joey's first stink bomb of the year.
Exactly.
We're in early November.
Yeah.
And like you said, I came at the top, and he still was the highest graded offensive player for the ball. So it wasn't even that bad. Like, because my favorite thing about Joey Aguilar, though, is that he has the Hendon Hooker thing where I never once worry about Aguilar letting the previous mess with his confidence at all. That man is going to let it rip right after throwing the nastiest pick or worst play imaginable. And that is important. Like great quarterbacks have to be able to wipe it. Like that was my favorite thing about Hendon against Alabama, where you have that fumble on the RPO and you're like, uh-oh. Like we could all feel it the beginning of the fourth quarter where it was like, this is where the dam breaks. And it was like, it was fun for a while. And then he immediately goes right down the field and scores a touchdown. Like he completely wiped it. And I think that's a rare thing, because I don't think the previous two quarterbacks were necessarily as strong in wiping mistakes, and just being like, nope, keep it moving. We're going to bounce back immediately, and I'm going to take chances down the field all over again. Just because I messed up here does not mean I'm going to mess up on the next throw. And that's paid dividends for Brazel and Matthews and Staley, is that he keeps taking shots. Like, and that is important, especially with some of the limitations with this team and the running game. Like, I think two things can be true, Caleb, where Aguilar had a bad game, but man, the rushing attack was awful, and the offensive line was bad. The stuff around him was not great. The receivers were good again, but man, Aguilar was put in a lot of bad spots. And yeah, he shouldn't have thrown that second pick where he didn't see the safety, and like that's a mess up. But I'm like, man, Aguilar still made some other big key time throws, and it wasn't his fault that he had the fumble. And I mean, he's still, I don't know. I think the stuff around him was more concerning, which was the offensive line and the rushing attack that just, I don't even know what the rotation is right now. Like, I don't think Tennessee knows. Like, it's just bizarre how they're rotating this year. And it just doesn't seem like there's a coherent plan week to week at what they're doing at running back.
I feel like they're riding the hot hand more.
But I mean, Bishop was
rather
a hot
than
hand. Like, and they kind of pulled on Bishop for a while.
Yeah, I do think they went to Star when they were trying to use them, and this is my view of this game, and it may not be true. When they were trying to use them more in the passing game, it was Star's role. And that may not be true. I feel like this year though the rotations made more sense than past years, where it's like your drive. Doesn't matter how you're running the football or how the other guys run the football. You get the next one. It's like written into their NIL contracts or something. I don't know.
But it's still like there was a rhythm to it. Like there was, I mean, especially when they had the 3-headed monster in 23, I mean, there was a rhythm. Like,
it was just
in
frustrating
22 too.
To go from Jalen Wright to Jabari Small when Jalen was running the ball so well, and he only had 3 touches on the last drive, but they were all explosive plays. And now Jabari Small is going to come in, and he's different back. He's not running the ball well, but he gets his drive. It was, I mean, there's definitely rhythm, but it was just frustrating at times.
Interesting. I looked at that as a positive. You're the first person I've talked to who was frustrated by that rotation.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have the same frustrations, Alex?
I feel like it's been okay this year. I mean, I don't know. I think obviously you got to go with Bishop. He's really had 2 career games these last 2, but no, I just think Oklahoma did a good job of stopping the run this past weekend. I think that's the short of it. I mean, I don't know if it's anything that Tennessee did. I think Oklahoma's got a good defense. That's why they don't allow many points. So I think, it might be more on Oklahoma's defense than it is on Tennessee's running backs or Tennessee's offensive line.
That's fair. Caleb, did you come away thinking Tennessee is trending the wrong way?
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.